Good morning. It is, if you can believe it, we're into, I'm on the wrong email. See, there's always something. Something always kicks me in the face. I'm going to be there in a second. Everyone's used to this, though. Want to welcome the ladies from Farnham Group. We're going to talk to them in just a second about the opportunity that they have for us regarding whole life insurance. They're going to join us for the All Partners meeting today at noon in Portsmouth. There'll be sustenance brought to you by our dear friends at Movement Mortgage. We'll get to all that in just a second. What I was trying to say is it's June 12th. I have to ask Beverly and Dawn, you're in Connecticut. You're both in Connecticut, yes? So are you
I live in Rhode Island. I actually live in Rhode Island.
Okay, so I trust Dawn. Beverly, are you in Connecticut? You're not a Giants fan, are you?
No, Jets.
Answer carefully. Jets. Oh, I was going to say answer carefully. Dear Lord. All right. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
You should feel sorry for me. You should feel sorry.
You know what? Your comeuppance is, I'm sure it's on the way because we are headed into our 70 years of famine. There's a really bad biblical reference in there somewhere.
Yes.
So, today there's a myriad of things going on. The Celtics could either continue the sweep, God help us, or they're going to screw something up tonight. So who knows? It's also 6/12/24, which the great Bob Kraft decided was going to be Tom Brady Day. So there's conflicting major sporting events going on in the Boston area today, or I should say for Boston sports fans. It's Brady night at Gillette. They're throwing his red jacket on him and inducting him into the Hall of Fame. Wow. Yes. And Beverly's trying to take that in stride because she knows that Brady hates the Jets, so she probably hates Brady. It's all right. Well, I'll move past it.
No, it's all good.
A lot of us got very bitter when he left. I was like a woman scorned when he went to Tampa, and then he won a Super Bowl, and I cried myself to sleep for a couple of years. It's all right. We're moving through all this. It's Wednesday, June 12th. We are 90 days out from September 10th. What do we mean by that? Whatever you do at a kitchen table today to get somebody signed and get them listed and get them on the marketplace, you're probably heading for a closing table in about 90 days. That's why we're going to reference that. If you don't like that information as your coach and your friend, I don't care. Deal with it. You're 90 days out from a close, probably, if you're getting into action today. And the DTD2, not a Star Wars character. It's to do the database too. So you move through your phone. So you're going to be calling your T's and your J's today, texting your K's to make sure they know that you're alive and you're here to help. And we do that every day should we choose to have business, because if you do that today, you might have a closing on September 10th. See how all that works? Excellent. So we're escaping from here today. Ignite's going on. The Joey Sweat is going to be delivering Ignite via Zoom today. That's at KellerIgnite.com. He is one of our final teachers. We're going to have Allison Mueller on Friday and then the Adam Dow teaching on Monday. And then Ignite is done for the spring. We'll be back in September for that, and we'll do September, October for Ignite again. If you're missing any of the Ignites, action-packed 2-hour events. If you want to curl up with a box of wine Saturday night and go to the Learning Portal, you can watch all the Ignites you may have missed. There'll be a quiz later this month. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. You should be on your toes. Today, there is no 9 o'clock contract. We do have 10 o'clock. We're doing Maine. That's at Keller TV. And then New Hampshire contracts, as always, every Wednesday at 11 o'clock, also on Keller TV. Then the All Partners meeting, where Bev and Don will be back on the big screen in the room. And, of course, if you're going to be watching the All Partners meeting from your couch with your cat, say hi to Mittens for us. That'll be on Keller TV as well. And following the All Partners meeting, it's a big day, ladies. You guys are part of a very big day today. After that, once the All Partners meeting is wrapped up, then we have a great class delivered by the Tom Heaney, and that is Where Do Leads Come From? Which you could be saying, well, I know where they come from. I pay an aggregator, or I pick up my phone and I do the right thing. Tom's going to talk about all the ways in which you could create more opportunities in your business. That is 2 o'clock class with Tom Heaney here in Portsmouth in person only. There. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to introduce Beverly Wright and Don Robinson. I'll let you ladies explain the opportunity for our agents that you're going to discuss today at the All Partners meeting. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate your time.
Will do. Of course. Thank you, Tim. I love that. That is, I feel energized and ready to go. So
but you're still a Jets fan. I'm just going to remind you, you're still a Jets fan. So don't get too excited.
So feel sorry for me and my household.
We never checked with Dawn either. Dawn, are you a Patriots fan, or are you hiding in the shadows?
Was a Pats fan, and I moved to Buffalo after Tampa. I couldn't.
Wow.
I'm hoping to come back to Pats. I'm a bit of a
I feel like we started as friends, and now we're just gonna keep it polite. Let's talk about whole life insurance. Let's up the ante now. Go ahead,
For
Beth.
sure. So this is a teaser for our 12 o'clock. Some of you may remember me and Barnum Financial Group. We actually brought this to your group a few years ago, and many of your colleagues took advantage of that opportunity and have protected themselves and their families with a wonderful whole life plan. I will say, especially with 1099 folks like yourself, you know that many times group type of coverage is not available. In fact, Mass Mutual typically does not allow for 1099. They're typically for W-2 employees. They saw really the robust group of Keller Williams folks a few years ago, and I brought this opportunity to them through one of our agents that was on Dawn's team, and now Dawn is our lead for that. And they said, yes, we want to be able to offer this to them. So we are thrilled that we can. I will tell you, I brought them a 1099 group this week that our underwriters denied. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Can you go back and look at that? So I am really happy that we can still bring this benefit to all of you. This is voluntary. This is something that you can decide whether or not you want to partake in it. Dawn is a certified financial planner, a wonderful advisor here at our firm. We want to make sure that you understand what it is. We want to educate you on it so you can make the best decision for you and your family. Simple as that.
Yeah.
No hard pressure here. We want to do what's best for you, just like you do what's best for all of your clients out there. My husband has been in real estate for goodness over 35 years. So you are all near and dear to my heart, understand how hard you all work. And we want to be able to provide that for you. So at noontime, we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into the benefit, talk about the ancillary benefits that are included in it, such as chronic care, which acts like long-term care coverage. So you can access that while you're living. So we'll be able to go into all of those details. You'll have all of our contact information, and we will let you know when enrollment starts, which will be, I believe we are starting at the end of June, early July.
Okay. Do you have anybody on the staff who's a Patriots fan that we could talk to? Just asking for a friend.
I'm sure we
asking
do.
for a friend. Yeah.
I know. I'm sure we do.
Somewhere.
I don't know. I have a Fish fan next to me, one of my other colleagues, and the other one down the line is a Bills fan. So I'm sure we do. So I will find out, and I will report back at noontime. Tim,
we appreciate that. I was gonna mention you talked about, you used the term voluntary, and obviously as independent contractors, and moreover, I think in certain states, if you still have a loan on your car insurance is compulsory. Like there's so many things that so many insurances that we have to have, and more often than not, I think people view life insurance as almost a luxury. Like, well, it'd be nice, although I don't necessarily think that I need it, or it doesn't feel, and especially a lot of our agents, and you ladies will love this. More often than not, I'm having a conversation with one of our newer agents, and they're explaining to me, I'm running the math, and I'm like, this kid was born after my wife and I got married. Like that's where I am in the ecosystem. I'm like Grandpa Lindsay. And I just think back to myself, like if I had jumped into life insurance when I was 12, or, as soon as I could, it would have been a really good move. So I guess talk a little bit about the importance of considering it as soon as possible, the financial benefits of doing so, and to your point with whole life, where you can sort of stack and have the compounding interest, and in some plans you can use it to pay for it, right? You can sort of roll it into it, correct?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Bev, would you mind?
Yes, go ahead, Dawn. I was going to throw that to you.
Bev and I have whole life insurance for my children, and I recommend it for my clients. The reason being, the younger you are, the easier it is to get insured. And the underwriting criteria is lighter, very much like a group policy for minors. So when you are accepting a group whole life, it's an independent policy. You can take it with you. You can expand it to your dependents. You can just, in your case, and to your spouses. So you can start at a very low entry point with, I refer to whole life as a Swiss Army knife in a financial plan. It can do a lot of heavy lifting, including paying for itself, as Tim said, lending on it later on in life. If you have, you need to pinch hit with getting a car or paying for a marketing strategy. Takes a while, just like a house. You buy a house, initially it's highly mortgaged, and over time you owe it outright. Whole life insurance works the same way. When you buy it, the dividends go back into it, the policy grows, and you get more and more benefits out of it. So it works very differently than term. Bev likes to say that term is renting and whole life is like owning.
Sure.
It's a very good analogy.
Yep.
But I really do think for your industry, it's a great entry point to start a product that grows with you. It is not buy it, set it, and it stays the same number. It actually grows in value. And then it does a lot of heavy lifting, like you're referring to, Tim. It
Yeah.
can be very important in anybody's financial plan.
That's awesome. We'll hear more about this today. The All Partners meeting, 12 noon here in person in Portsmouth. We'll have lunch for you as always. Tom Heaney with his class immediately following at 2:00. And obviously all the contact information. Maybe somebody on staff who's a Patriots fan, if people are inclined to maybe want to talk to them. There'll be a higher level of trust. Listen, Bev, you should have just said, you know what? I do really enjoy New England football. You wouldn't even have to say the Patriots, and you wouldn't be a woman scorned in your country.
Exactly.
You know,
I wouldn't
it's
have
it's a border war. We're learning together. Beverly Wright, Don Robinson, thank you so much. We'll see you at 12:00 for the All Partners meeting. Our dear friends from Barnum, and we'll see you guys in and around the Market Center. And on the internet, if I can help with anything, it's 603-834-2856. You need to book my face so we can yell at each other in person. It's meetwithcoach.com. Take care. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, Tim.